see.
Even though, here's the thing. I recognize spiders are actually amazing because they catch all the other even worse bugs. But still, it's just something like the creepy crawly effect, right?
Oh yeah, I got a spider stuck in my hair when I was like really young, and they couldn't find it. So I guess they like washed out, right? But I didn't comb my hair when I was really young either.
Well, I can see that. Just like unkempt little messy zombie grubs, like 5-year-old toddler just running around.
Yeah, that was basically me.
Are you Korean? I'm looking for a Korean husband.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's my like imitation of you when you're like 5, you know?
Why am I getting a career husband?
Korean.
Oh, I thought you meant like I was like in the military guys when I was like 5. Like,
Korean career? They don't have to be mutually exclusive. I'm just saying. But alright guys, welcome back. Game number 4 currently underway. He's on his last life in the semifinals. Loser of this best of 5 gets at least $50 for their participation in the tournament. Spawning in the south, it's Complexity Sound Blasters. Bug-killing menace, Moosegills. Maybe he can transfer those skills to this game.
In the top position as the red Zerg, it's Liquid Snute. I thought you said transfer his gills to this game.
I'm loving it's like we're playing what's that game? Telephone, right?
Telephone.
Where I'll say a word, whisper to a friend, and then they whisper to a friend, and it keeps going around. And it started out as like banana hammock, but comes out as like mustard sandwich. Like why?
What's a mustard sandwich? It's gross.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna make the argument here. I think banana hammocks are grosser, but that's just me. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, don't Google it. It's not worth it.
It's a Speedo.
Yeah, but it's just like if you Google it, you're gonna get like the worst pictures I would imagine.
I would say that it depends on the person who's wearing it, but I really don't think it looks good on anyone, no matter how hot your body is.
I feel like too, like just again going back to the point of Google for a sec, I don't think there's gonna be any like, oh, here's an empty, not worn banana.
Hey, you want me to? You want to bet? You want to bet? I'm gonna Google it.
I feel like you're just gonna get a lot of dudes with dongs, man.
Banana hammock Tumblr, Amazon, pictures, Urban Dictionary.
No, you gotta go to image search. You can't just do like regular search.
I am. That was the suggested searches though.
Oh, the suggested. Ooh.
So there's a picture of an actual like bananas in a hammock, as well as a hammock for ferrets that's in the shape of a banana.
Okay.
But a lot of these are the ones that like Borat wears.
I like very much.
And then there's also, I didn't even know this existed. There's like half banana hammocks where it only goes out for one leg.
Okay, stop. We do have the links trying to scout the base of Snute, but Snute actually does a great job blocking this out. Not a lot of people do this. Take the time to actually go for the block, because I think a lot of Zergs value their own scouting information more. But I love that he denies this out of Moosegills, because for Moosegills, there's a little more on the line. Like, if you get denied scouting in game 1, you don't really care. But there is that mild degree of frustration, and let's be honest, fear that comes with the fact that you're on your last life.
Yeah, but it is on your home turf, I guess. That's I feel a little bit better. Maybe the lag really is a lot better, and he feels tons better. I don't know. Maybe it's like a mental thing.
He's just sitting there hoping, like, not that his lag is good, but Snoot's is bad.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Well, Moosegills again going for the gasless type of build here. It worked out. It hasn't really been the cause of his frustrations in the past few games, I guess is the best way to put it. You know, the wall off of the queens didn't quite happen. That's bad luck. And then that third game, you just got a gold base, also kind of bad luck. It's not the fault of the build that you chose. And again, going for the gold base, and this has even a higher chance of being unscouted. I mean, Expedition Law should have had like 0 chance of being unscouted, but that's whatever.
So yeah, you're right. And this is like the road less traveled by large margins. This is kind of weird. But if Moosegills was playing what we expected to play, something like Mutas, this would guaranteedly be seen. But it kind of sucks. Don't know if it'll head that direction. We still don't have a Roach Warren down. Still don't have an Evo Chamber down. He is taking those gases. So if it is going to be Mutas, this might not be so bad to deal with. Because let's not forget, the other problem with this gold isn't just the fact that it's exposed. But the best thing to deal with the Mutas outside of the Spore Crawlers is going to be Queens. And you're not walking 5 Queens with no creep spread from the main all the way over to this gold anytime soon.
Yeah, basically anything that helps you against mutas shouldn't be walking that far off of creep, you know? Like Infester's gonna get picked off, Hydra's gonna start like lagging behind each other and they get picked off one at a time. Like it is gonna be difficult to defend against. And you can Spore Crawler that base up. You can get like 5 Spore Crawlers, make sure they can't touch it, but then Lings just run in. Because if Moosegills really is going for mutas, which
No,
he's not, he's getting a Roach Warren, he would have gotten speed too, but fortunately, it's not going to be mutas. It's going to be simple old roaches. And yeah, again, I'll have these upgrade leads with double Evo chambers, but Snoot's going to have so many more roaches. Transfers to the drone. Transfers the drones to the base. That was really disgusting. And again, Moosegills has a problem of not having the Overlord close enough to the guaranteed spot, right? Where, like, if he was a little bit closer to the ramp, yes, he kind of risks getting pushed out by a queen, especially since he didn't go for gas. And if Snute realized that, he would feel very comfortable pushing out with the queen. But on the other hand, you don't get to see the speedlings coming out. They could have, again, bypassed his Overlord. You don't see the drones moving out. Which, again, just, you know, didn't even have to worry about being seen by the Overlord.
So you guys can't hear me coughing a lot of the time. I sadly can only mute myself to one source at a time, and it's not my best to hear all the grossness. But oh, I like this creep highway. I was gonna say really quick. I went to the dentist the other day, right, and got like a scan thing in my head. Highway? No, but they're basically like, so are you feeling okay? I'm like, why? It's like, well, your sinuses are kind of like on full. I'm like, what do you mean on full? Like literally full of mucus right now. Like, you should be very sick. I'm like, well, I feel very sick.
Ugh. Good.
It's kind of cool though. I never gotten like a scan on my head before. There's like a CT scan or whatever. So it's like, dude, my skull is like huge.
Scan?
Well, so I haven't been to the dentist in 8 years, and they basically said you're screwed in many different ways. We need to find out all the ways. So we recommend doing this.
Oh, okay then. I was gonna say I've gotten my like to see my spine where my neck is. They had like the extra like in my mouth basically. Yeah,
they said it so they could see where my neck was resting too. I'm apparently slightly aligned to the left or something. I don't.
Oh yeah. So I had that one. Yeah. Actually, during our talk, Snute has been benefiting from this gold base for a long time, so we already see the supply difference hitting.
Well, it's at the moment though it's heavily in drones more than roaches. I mean, having about 10 extra supply in roaches is perfectly reasonable to deal with on a defender's advantage situation. But that's, I think, the worst case scenario for Moosegills, because if he's on a defender's advantage, Snoot's just gonna keep pushing over and over and over again, and peeks into that golden season once again. No, this is actually really interesting, by the way. I want to stress something here. I actually asked Snute, I said, hey, you know, for a lot of these tournaments, we share replays with our subs, and we plan to do it with this one. I know you have WCS coming up. Do you want us to not share replays? I don't, you know, because it's a respectful thing to do. He said he actually doesn't care. So this is a little bit interesting because I wonder as well, like, these sort of builds, these sort of gold bases are not something he's known for, but it's dangerous to reveal information like this. I mean, I don't actually remember who's in his group or not. Maybe there's no Zerg, so he doesn't care, but still, it's almost insane, I'd say, that this is, like, something that we don't see often ZVZ ever, much less out of Snute.
Yeah, I remember bringing that up yesterday. But, you know, he has been streaming, and on his stream he does gold-based shenanigans too, so maybe it is only for, like, non-WCS tournaments, you know? Like, they seem pretty strong with their own once in a while, but I guess you just rather play standard in WCS tournaments, I don't know. But Snoot's, like you said, like 10 roaches, not a big deal, 10 army supply, not a big deal, and in fact the upgrades are kind of going to help make that, you know, pretty even. It's just that Snoot's starting to bank a lot of money, so they're both gonna get max, and that's cool. Moosegills has survived. He didn't try and attack Snute at any point, but when it comes down to a fight, and as long as it's not like horribly in favor of Moosegills, Snoot's gonna remax so much faster and be able to push so much harder. He's already going up to Hydras as well. Again, those upgrades are gonna be, you know, he's gonna be behind, but only by a little bit, as plus 2 Carapace was pretty far behind from Moosegills. Oh, it's gonna go into Banelings and Roaches. Cool. Of course, when I hit the Hydras with the Banelings more often than not, but they're not so bad against clubbed up Roaches. They're pretty good, actually. Especially if you can get like 20 of them with the Baneling speed.
Well, the Roaches, it's... I mean, okay, so the Baneling thing you do that you combine with going over the supply limit is always really cool, and it's gonna be really effective versus the Hydras. But if Moosegills gives all of his roaches away now, that's not gonna come into effect. He does have an equal roach count, but he's got no hydras on the backside of this. If he can chew through enough of the roaches and Snute, he starts focusing on some of the hydras. Hydras start crumbling like nobody's business. They're squishy and crumbly, but he's not even going to break that roach line.
That was bad. That was bad. Because Snute has also this huge bank that he's using to get instantly remaxed since Moosegills is having trouble, even with 20 roaches on the way, to get above 160. So, I mean, this is... Snute could have probably pushed in and continued to do a lot more damage, but looking to maybe wait for all of his reinforcements. He's on the one of the gold base, and he's getting a 4th base. I don't know why he's getting a 4th base there. Did he forget that there's a 3rd base behind him? I know he forgot about the natural.
This is like, the natural thing yesterday where this wasn't... I mean, it's a safer 3rd?
Well, that's his choice, man. Just like your opinion. But he's starting to clear up the overlords that were spread around the map for Moosegills, so... And that's definitely something you get from going for Hydra as opposed to Roach Baneling is suddenly your opponent's in the dark. And while Van Eye is a pretty straightforward map, there are at least 2 avenues that you could potentially kind of sneak attack or wrap around or whatnot.
The Banelings would be helpful most of the time. Moosegills scraping by for gas, just doesn't have enough to morph them all. I mean, as we see with these Roach clumps, the Banelings just end up doing a lot of damage, not because it's bonus damage, but just because it hits everything. It's like the Reaper Grenade conundrum, right? Like, it hits for 10, but it hits everything.
It's attacking right before Baneling speed, and actually the splits are pretty good from Snute.
Yeah,
like that.
He's still got a huge lead in armor supply coming into this. Moosegills does have the Roach lead, I'll give him that much. And again, if he breaks Snute's Roaches, he'll just cripple the Hydras, no problem. But despite this great defensive engagement, Snute still has a lot of money to remax with. And while this is one really good victory for Moosegills, I don't know if this will carry him through this game. He still lost the drones.
He doesn't really care.
Yeah. 27 Roaches, not a problem.
He was prepared to take that. I mean, as long as the Banelings didn't get amazing hits again, and like he's down by like 70 supply, and there's an immediate counterattack, Snute could take any engagement that he wanted to. And in fact, he probably has another bank to do another terrible engagement again, and probably be okay. Just like he had like a 4K bank, 1K gas, and he's already up on his way to another bank. So he's close to being maxed out with last roaches coming through.
Yeah. And just to explain, because I guess I'm looking at the chat and some people are confused. To overmax is not like it's not a cheat or anything like that. It's what you do is you take all your drones and build like 40 spore crawlers, and then while the spore crawlers are building, the drones count is not existing anymore. You build roaches, take the supply, cancel all the spore crawlers, keep the drones, get new roaches, easy peasy. But that's not, that trick not necessary here. Snute just comes in with a regular max out. There's even a hive tech investment behind this. There's a Infestor coming up next. I mean, he's got more roaches this time. He's probably going to win the fight. Moosegills put up a good battle, and he's got an upgrade lead, but even with Defender's advantage, these roaches and hydras are perhaps just a little bit too much.
Yeah, the hydras outweighing the upgrade lead that Moosegills did have. We're going to have Infestors with the next wave of attack, and it looks like the NA server is not Moosegills' lucky server. It's not his day. Dude's going to go into the grand finals and face the winner of Igus and Wellmood.
That one's really interesting to me because Igus, I don't know if I've ever seen Igus